Viewers, let's watch this video and we see how we talk about it.
So we'll see how.
Hey, breaking news. The former governor, Obaseki, don't agree. Say, waiting our father talk. The Oba of Benin, say na true. Obaseki stole the idea. We could have watched this video from the beginning to the end. Hey, it don't happen, my people.
Benin Royal Museum. That you changed it from Benin Royal Museum to Edo Museum of West Africa at Mowaa. Later, you removed the E. Now, what we have is Museum of West Africa Act. Joseph, can you clear this part? Because this is where our people are really getting sentimental. Like, you said you were going to build museum for Oba, you not build. You said you want to build Edo Museum, you not build. Now you can't turn out to private museum. That you took what is supposed to be Oba to build for Oba to build a private museum.
Well, first and foremost, I think it is wrong, very, very wrong. And the role of Edo State, the government under my watch, was clear. There are certain things we said we would do, and there's a certain way we did the things we said we would do. Building museum is not a priority for the state government. I cannot take money to build schools to educate children to go and build museum.
Stop. Watch this video. You can't deceive us.
We decided, and I assured the group, that a Benin Royal Museum will be built and completed before the 20th of October in 3 years' time. Your Royal Majesty, I believe that this is a befitting birthday present for you. Congratulations.
You all heard him. Sure, I don't hear him. All right, let's go.
Building museum is not a priority for the state government. I cannot take money to build schools to educate children to go and build museum. What I will do is to use that money, create an environment, and those people who know how to build museums, who can raise money to build museums, I will collaborate with them to build the museums in my place. Right?
Yes.
Mowaa, for instance. Mowaa has raised over how much? 30 million euros. Does Edo still have that kind of money to put in museum? So why would I say I want to go and build a museum? If I have that kind of money, I won't use it to build museums. I'll use it to build schools. I'll use it to build technical colleges. But if someone says, look, I can raise this amount of money, but we want you to show that you are going to support, that you will support this initiative. Give us land. Give us a supportive environment. Put some small counterpart money to show an interest, so that tomorrow if we come, it's not only our money that will, I think they knew this kind of thing will happen. We do that. The National Museum, even the federal government come, this state government, did they not take money to go and support UBTH? Is it not a federal institution? Did they own it? Did they change the name?
No.
I mean, so when people talk like that, they just nonsense. It's absolute ignorance. At no point in time did we say that. We carried the palace along. And then we say, look, we will have more say if we have something which represents the federal government, state government, and the palace. They see us as united to, as we're dealing with these Oyibo people. They will see us as one. And they won't have any excuse. And these Oyibo, they try to play divide and rule. Many of them don't want to return these items. So they will be looking for cracks. And I knew this. That's why I said, look, let's all come together. Let's set up a trust. Let the National Museum be there, Edo State government, and the palace. That's what we started with. We said, palace, please give us a nominee, give us a trustee. Government will put a trustee. National Museum put a trustee. You foreign museums, bring your trustees. That's what we had. I suggested the Crown Prince, gave him a letter. He took it to his father. His father gave him his blessings, and he became a trustee of the trust.
Just please, 1 second, sir. 1 second, sir, because listening to our monarch, the Oba of Benin, he actually lambasted the song, like that.
I don't want to get. I don't want to get. I don't want to get into that. I want to
I'm
tell
going
you
somewhere.
what I know.
No, I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere, and this part is very, very. You need to clear this part. He said
Yes.
you brought a letter, that the song was excited. That you brought a letter, and you actually wanted him to sign the letter so you can have the
No,
artifact.
it is not true.
Atinga. 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 Whoever gave you this idea, it's not a good idea.
It is not true. That is not a correct narrative. Whoever said that is not true, and I'm not sure the monarch would have said that.
It was changed to a different name. So just a different name and different structure and different. They brought me they quietly brought me a document to sign away, to mortgage my right to sign approval for what they want to set up legacy restoration trust to take over all the Benin process. I said, I cannot sign that. That's we see many documents. We have seen many documents in our lives. I cannot sign such a document. Then he got angry.
Brought a letter, that the song was excited, that you brought a letter, and you actually wanted him to sign the letter so you can have the artifact.
No, it is not true. That is not a correct narrative. Whoever said that is not true, and I'm not sure the monarch would have said that. Because what happened is, you see, we had to set up a non-charitable trust. When you are dealing with foreigners, they're going to be putting money. They want to see transparency. They want to see, understand, this is donations, but they just want to make sure that they can see through the money they brought in. And say, fine, we will also show them that we are straightforward and open people. So we will join you and set up this trust. And so, okay, when you set up a trust, you have trustees.
Yes.
Right? It's okay. Federal government, please nominate a trustee. State government, nominate a trustee. Palace, nominate a trustee. You foreign donors, nominate trustees. That was at that point. She wrote. I said, okay, being a young, very intelligent man who can quite let the crown prince represent everybody, trustee from the palace, and give him a letter. Appoint him as trustee. I gave him a letter suggesting him as trustee, and if there was no objection. There was absolutely no objection to become a trustee. That's all. And this was just a trust for setting up this institution. That is why in 2017, after I got into office, and we just saw, it's very sad what is going on now, because the palace, former the Oba Erediauwa, had a foresight to set up a team that started negotiating, talking about the return of our artifacts. For more than 25 years before I got into office, these conversations were going on. And when I became governor, I asked, why are we not making the progress we're making? The federal government and the palace were the ones at that time. And I said, no, the state government wants to be involved because Abuja is very far away. And the palace, with all due respect, is not a government. They don't have that also. So let us come in and intervene between the palace, and the federal government in these conversations. And we joined. We joined the Benin Dialogue Group, which was a group of curators curators in Europe were holding, Benin artifacts. So between 2017 and 2019, we attended the meetings, tried to understand what the issues were, and we started addressing their concerns. I remember specifically in October 2018, I attended in Lisbon a meeting of the Benin Dialogue Group with members of the National Museum and Monuments and representatives of the Palace of the Oba of Benin, led by Professor Gregory Akenzwa. And at that meeting, I told them that, okay, fine, if you are concerned about returning these works, how can we address those concerns? Oh, what is concern number one? The works are very fragile. They are, we don't want. We're careful. We don't know how you handle them. We say no problem. We will work with you to build facilities at home, to preserve and manage this project the same way you have been managing these objects. Oh, okay. Who do we return them to when we come? I said, there's a government. When you took this when you stole these artifacts, there was no Nigeria at that time. Now you have Nigeria. So you deal with the Nigerian government. So at no point in time did Edo state government say they wanted artifacts, or I said no. It was just to facilitate the process so that we can get some of these items back and then use them to attract people to our state, to say we have something unique which the world recognizes. So in 2019, and then after that meeting, I said, look, we cannot be discussing these objects in Europe all the time. All of you come to Benin. And by the time you come, we will have got ourselves together. We will please get ready so that you can see how you can cooperate with us. I came back, I reported the meeting to Father Monoba Nedu, and I explained what was going on. And he said, in 2019, the curators all came to Benin. They met in Benin and we showed them the plans and they gave us ideas on what we should do. Unfortunately, 2020, there was COVID. Thank God, COVID, the Black Lives Matter movement that happened during COVID. By 2021, there was this whole mass movement about, things affecting Black people globally. So that encouraged and supported our call for the return of those works. As part of our strategy, we said, look, we have to first create the enabling environment to support art and culture. And you can see what we did. If it's a Waipo Creative Hub, was it not abandoned warehouses of observers? What did we do with it?
Transformed it.
The Oba Cultural Center was saying idle for years. Had been given to the palace. I said, no, please, let us pay you back and let us bring it so that we can use it to encourage, drama, acting, which it was originally designed for. And I don't know whether you still have it. There's a plan for, the whole cultural district as part of the Benin master plan.
Yes, I have it. Yes, it's on the screen, sir.
Okay, that is the Benin master plan, part of the Benin master plan, the cultural district for the Benin master plan. And if you look at it, right, it was supposed to be a plan that would redefine the city center, right?
Yes.
Redefine the city center. You had the institute with the Mowaa Institute. You have the Rainforest Gallery. You have the 1897 Memorial. You have the National Museum. You have the Royal Museum. All of these have been planned for.
You mean the Royal Museum is in this plan?
You look at number 2. If you look at it in the legend, number 2 is the Royal Museum. Because Oba at that time told me that he had acquired the land across from the palace, which he wanted to use for that palace, for that museum. And in the 2022 budget, I will, in our annual budget, we put money to support culture. And I said, well, we're going to, just as we've contributed, if you come up with your good plan to work with government on culture, we will support. Well, that's why we supported Mowaa, we support the National Museum, we support, any activity that will promote and boast Edo as a cultural hub. You recall, we introduced the whole idea of the Edo Film Festival.
Yes.
You attracted Nollywood to Edo because as a people, we're very, very creative people. So our culture is just not only about our bronze works, it's about us as a people. And that is what we wanted to show to the world. So with Mowaa, we were able to show foreign institutions, the British Museum, the Benin Museum, that we had a capacity, the governance arrangement, that if they worked with us, we will be able to build something that approximates to what they have in their country, and they will have no reason not to trust us to bring some of those items back home to us.